Hey guys, Al here, Vitalize Seed. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, so get a lot of questions about liquid products or can I add this type of product or that type of product to alter pH, and I thought it would just be helpful to explain the science behind what we know about soil pH, what acidifies soil, and also what will neutralize that acidity. So this was from the University of Minnesota's website. I thought they did a really nice job laying this out. They're using a calcium carbonate-based limestone here, as you see in red behind me. And then they have H plus clay. So think of H plus clay as hydrogen plus clay or soil. Hydrogen is your acidity molecule. So when you have more hydrogen on your soil colloid or in your soil, you're going to have a lower pH. So I hope that makes sense. So you're going to have a more acidic soil. Now, when we add limestone, a lot of times people say, oh, calcium neutralizes pH. Calcium aids in the chemical reaction that allows for the pH to be altered or neutralized. So what happened, so we took a soil test, H plus clay came back, we have a lot of hydrogen. We decided to add a calcium carbonate. The calcium and carbonate get onto the soil. So you can see in the formula, the calcium, which is a 2+ charge, so it's stronger than a hydrogen charge, pushes hydrogen off of the soil colloid. So the hydrogen is no longer bound up, to the clay or to the soil. So it's free floating within the soil profile. But what happens is if you don't have that carbonate element of the limestone for that hydrogen to bind to, the hydrogen is not going to leave or flush out of your soil profile. It's simply going to find another spot and park itself. But what happens with limestone is the hydrogen interacts with the carbonate element. So whether it's calcium carbonate or magnesium carbonate, magnesium is also a 2+ charge. So it pushes the hydrogen off, hydrogen's free floating, but guess what? So is that carbonate element now, because the calcium or the magnesium has bound to the clay or to the soil. Once that occurs, you can see at the bottom here, all that's left to happen is the hydrogen and the carbonic acid, bind together. They make water and carbon dioxide, allowing us to push hydrogen off the soil colloid, allowing us to alter pH, and allowing us to then raise better crops, at least from a pH perspective, and we can work on base saturation stuff next. Thanks so much, guys. VitalizeSeed.com.